Hello, I'm James Rameker from TOMAR Electronics.
And I'm Chad Newsome from PL Custom Emergency Vehicles in Manasquan, New Jersey.
We are here with PL Custom's demo vehicle, brand new demo vehicle. We worked with them on the lighting package. I'll give you a little overview of the lighting package, and then we'll take you around the vehicle and explain a little more about it. We're here on the front, and we see a couple things. One of the things really noteworthy about the lighting package on this vehicle is we use a lot of dual color lights. There's a lot of dual color and a lot of multifunction lights. So what the dual color does, the front has a number of them, is they can double both as warning lights as well as scene lights. So when you get to the scene, you don't really need your warning lights, or you don't need the level of warning lights. Those lights can be repurposed to scene lights.
And that was one of the things that we particularly enjoyed, is the fact that if I'm the first responding ambulance on scene and I want to use my apparatus as my blocking apparatus or my ambulance before the rest of the team arrives, it's got scene lighting up on the front, so I can really light up the scene, work safely, and still give myself kind of an envelope area to work within that's safe.
One thing I noticed about the ambulance is this front bumper. It's a great looking truck. You've got the black and red package. Tell me a little more about this.
Well, one of the interesting things, James, is that anytime you have a show truck, you have basically every option under the sun on the truck. Not everyone will buy every option, but you want to show flexibility. And as a custom manufacturer, we like to partner with various companies to show what they have to offer. So this particular bumper is a buck stop bumper. Really is a very rugged, well-built piece of equipment. We do this on a lot of trucks, not just the Type 1s. We'll do it on Type 3s. We've even done it on the bigger medium-duty chassis platforms. Along the side, you'll see we've gone with the, as you mentioned, the blackout. So this is what we call polycoat. So this is a protective, environmental protective coating. Nowadays, everything on the road, all the chemicals and everything, we're really trying to protect our vehicles overall. If you notice here, instead of the normal diamond plating, I've gone with this poly coating protection along every single compartment. So if you look, and I'm sure as we go along, you'll see there's poly coating. It's up in the bottom of the compartments. It actually extends down and underneath the vehicle. So we're really trying to protect our trucks from some of these environmental additions, I guess, that are put on the roads during the winter time. Notice that little bump out. So that's part of the 360 camera system. That's from FRC, and that gives you a whole bird's eye position or view of the truck when you're working. We've also got in here our PL Green Idle Monitoring System. This is a system that we debuted at FDIC. We'd love to have you come by, see us actually at one of the upcoming shows. But again, it's just ideas and new concepts that we're bringing to the market, and we really find some benefit to our customers. As we go around, you'll notice the fenderette has been poly-coated. We have a polycarbonate rub rail. The compartments themselves, configurations, is a pretty standard configuration. But again, indicative in our name is, if you want to do something custom, we can do that custom.
Sure. Just a little bit about the lighting here. I mean, here you see on each of the sides, you see one of our R37 lights on the front fender. Up top, we've got a bunch of our R79s again, a couple of our warning lights and a couple scene lights. These are tilt-on optic scene lights that do a great job of lighting around the vehicle. And we have something really unique down here in this rear wheel well light is what we call our multifunction lights. These things are a combination of both warning and scene that can be operated independently or together. The upper level gives you either single or dual color warning. The lower level is actually a tilt-on optic scene light. So it does a great job of accentuating the light around the truck, but also giving you really, really top-notch warning.
And it really is noticeable on all of our trucks. Our standard way of wiring our lighting, and say standard is really misleading, because Everybody wants it differently. But this is one of the things that I really enjoyed about this was that this lower light back here, you have a lot of people who want to put spotlights down in here, much like the old boat lights. Yep. And that's nice and everything. I like it up here because it gives me a wider arc of lighting to work from, but it doesn't cut down on having an emergency warning light. So it's all encapsulated in one housing. So that's been a very nice feature to have. And the same thing here when you come around to the rear. So if you notice, on the back we have the 7 lights across the rear, but we're not only having warning lights, but then we're having those combination dual function lights with scene override and warning. So again, when we have this all lit up, you'll see that it's really quite effective at nighttime. And you notice too, a little distinctive feature with PL is we don't put, you'll have a lot of people who put lights, 1, 2, 3 in a stack or something like that, which we'll do if someone wants. But we normally have our turn signals kind of midpoint on the rear. And then the brake marker or backup lights inboard here. But if I open my door, if you notice, it does not get blocked by that door. Yeah. And you see, you get a lot of light on the rear. You do get a lot of light. You see the multifunctions going on there on the bottom. And one of the things unique about some of our DOT lights is we can combine on the lower level a rear lower level warning light with the backup lights or the scene lights here. If you look at the back, and I don't know if you can see with the camera, but this step assembly literally goes down underneath the body and underneath the compartment. Now, not that any customer would ever back into anything, and I know that's not your goal, but the beauty of this is that if you do back into something, you're not having massive damage to the body. And you have some people who are still mounting their bumpers right to the edge of the body. Well, that's the only one who likes that is the auto body shop that gets to fix it. No, that's a slick, sort of unique idea there. Then coming over on this side, with this same with the lighting, you can still see the 360 cameras. Yep. All of our compartments, this is kind of an interesting feature here. When you're looking inside of our vehicles, both, this is called our E compartment, and also our driver's side, the A, the whole depth of this is designed specifically for a tracked stair chair. I don't have to notch a compartment. I don't have to take away my crash rails, which are built not only in the body, but in each door. So I don't have to mitigate or take those out just to make room for a stair chair. So you have plenty of storage. And here how solid this is. Pretty solid build. And you got to see these trucks to really understand it. They all look great on paper. They all look great on video. But when you're here, you see how well made they are, how solid they are. You mentioned closing the door. I mean, you can feel it in the door itself. And we get, we've all been sequestered for the past 2 years. So that's one of the things we really loved about coming back out in the field, seeing the customers, and also getting them to feel what the advantage is with a PL Custom. We're proud of it, and we're also proud of the fact that this is our 76th year of operation. Still family run, still independently owned, and we're becoming kind of a rarity. But there's similarity there with you guys. There's some real similarities between TOMAR and PL Custom, both family-owned companies, still with the original family that founded it, and that really care deeply about quality and are looking to do something a little different than sort of the mainstream kind of units, whether it's lighting, whether it's ambulances, one of the sort of natural connections between our two companies. So we are thrilled to be working with you on this and look forward to future business as well. And thanks for hanging out with us for a few minutes. Thank you.